Welcome to Behind the Main podcast. I'm Toni, and today I'm joined by Guray, the founder of Kesman, and brothers AJ and Curtis Pritchard. They are TV personalities, and they are also co-founders to their investment app, Fint.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
How are you?
Good. Yeah, good.
I feel good because I've just had a haircut, so I already feel better. I'm not gonna lie. I feel sharp. Minus the odd bit of hair, because I don't know about you, but like I hate hair.
You hate
oh,
small hairs.
all of the small hairs. You know,
As I've got older, it doesn't affect me as much. But as a kid, going to the hairdressers used to be the worst thing when I was a kid. I used to hate it. And I used to always be that person, you know, like if it was never a good cut, but you'd just say, yeah, I love it either way. Then you'd get home and cry as a kid, and then mum would have to call them up. That's what I used to be like.
He's gone there in the snow.
Oh no,
that's like this haircut.
No, that's why I love coming to you, because I know I can just trust you and say do whatever you want, and I know it's going to look good.
When you came in for a haircut today, you looked like you don't like getting your haircuts, mate. You look quite rough.
You look like you're scared of scissors.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd let my beard grow out quite a little bit and my hair went wild. But there's a reason we let it grow a little bit longer, didn't we? Because of the boxing match. So
I was just going to say, can I just say, when I saw you last time, and that was completely out of control. It wasn't as bad as that this time.
Yeah. It's been wild a couple of times, I won't lie.
But we went for quite a rough look for the match, so it works really well. The pictures looked amazing, and
it looked rough.
So good, Guray.
We wanted to go
more
with that.
aggressive, like not so happy.
The lighting they used, as well as my hair, because I just had it done by you as well.
Yeah.
I
did look good.
I looked unbelievable in them pictures. I've looked them all back, and I'm like, wow. I look like a real boxer.
Going to rip someone off.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah.
Well, can I just say a massive congratulations to you? I know that you and Zara got engaged.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what for?
Big
That's
congratulations.
neat. That's amazing.
I did make sure I got my hair cut as well, just before that, so I felt sharp. Not that Zara knew anything, but I felt like as clean as I could be for that day.
Of course, you feel like, best version of yourself before you ask the question, isn't it?
I don't think she said yes.
I find it mad that he's engaged. Just crazy.
It is weird. It's
like crazy.
No,
I don't know why.
It's a weird one within like a conversation. You know, you're not like it's like it's in between. Like, I'm fiancé. I'm fiancéed. This is my fiancé. Like, it's like a weird. It feels weird. It's like
you kind of have to remember to say that.
It's like if you're married, it's like husband and wife. It kind of feels normal. Like, but fiancéed.
I'm gutted I wasn't there when you did it.
Well, I saw you afterwards.
No, I know, but I didn't really. I had this feeling, and I had a conversation with somebody, and I said, I think AJ's going to propose. I don't know why I had this
I feel
feeling.
like you're saying that now.
No, I did, and then you came and spoke to me about it, and then you said you think, okay, yada, yada, yada. And then I was like, do you want me to be there? What's going on? You didn't quite tell me you were going to do it on the day.
I think I did.
No, I had work up north, didn't I? So I couldn't be.
You had work, and then
I didn't realise mum and dad.
I was like, okay.
No, don't say that, because I didn't realise mum and dad were going, because I would have cancelled that work to be there. That was a very big moment. I didn't.
But
quite
that's all
realise.
late anyway. So it's fine.
Yeah, you did. But I would like to have been there.
I was like, make money.
Yeah, he did say that. He said, don't bother being there. Go make money. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. But Curtis, you've had a massive year this year, from Love Island to boxing. That's huge.
I don't know where the year's gone. Like, genuinely, this year has been the fastest year of my life, I think, ever. It just seems like click of a fingers and we're halfway through the year already.
You have been very busy.
Yeah, eight weeks pretty much out in South Africa. An amazing country, I've got to say. Like, one, I didn't realise how cheap the food is and different things like that. Honest,
I thought you were going to talk about the culture.
No, because
cheap food.
Well, I was in isolation for a week, so I couldn't really experience it. We weren't.
And you're a foodie, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a foodie. Yeah, so. And there's a place called it's called Woolworths out there. It is, and it's actually their version of M&S.
I thought you were about to say we did have a Woolworths.
No, it's their version of M&S, and it's like 10 times better. They sell the best steaks, the best fresh fruit. It's unbelievable. So I spent my life living there, basically. But we couldn't do any safaris. We couldn't do anything out in South Africa. So I was a bit gutted.
Yeah, that's sad.
Great time in the villa, though. Great time. Yeah.
It looked amazing.
It was, to be fair. I felt more grounded going into it this time, just a different person. So it was nice to do it.
I have a question, actually. What was your favourite part of doing the journey? Because, when you've done a journey once, you kind of know what to expect. But then doing it again, you try and maybe enjoy a certain part more than the other. Maybe lying down somewhere even more.
I think being lucky enough on both of my experiences to go from day one till the actual final.
Oh, actually being in it every day
is sort of the best feeling and the best
full
thing.
experience.
It's
isn't
not
it?
about winning the program, but if you can make it from day one till the final, you experience everything.
So you just didn't want to get dumped.
Every game,
Dumped from
every
the island.
challenge,
Yeah.
every like argument, you're just in it. So that's the best experience, I've got to say. Sort of just experiencing the whole thing and having been lucky enough to do that in a way.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really
Yeah,
think
I
I'd
get
be
that.
until the final. First time I went on as well, I thought 2 weeks.
I
would
think
be...
you smashed it. It was very nice.
Yeah.
I watched it all the way.
Yeah, I think I
So
stood my
much
ground a little bit more in the second one. Yeah, I wasn't afraid to say stuff if
Yeah.
I needed to. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And it was only 5 weeks.
Entertaining.
They were to be, people did say, me and obviously Ekin, we did hold that show up. I'll take that. I'll take that.
That's true.
I didn't say it, yeah.
Can we talk about your hair from the first Love Island to this one?
Yes. Complete. We're just going to say a glow up. That's what we'll
Yeah.
say. Everyone.
Guray was the proudest barber. We went, did you see when Maya Jama said about, oh, nice haircut? I was like, it was that moment.
I replayed it about 5 times. I paused it, replay it.
Yeah,
You can add it into your DJ set.
I ain't going
Yeah.
to lie.
haircut.
Yeah.
I look good going into the villa. I look really I was like in the best shape of my life. My hair was on point, Guray.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was just, I just felt sick going
Yeah,
in,
like
genuinely.
overall,
Yeah.
you looked amazing
Yeah.
to go in there.
And then I put about stone on and weight in there again, but we won't talk about that part. I left a bit overweight again.
Well, I
Yeah.
suppose it's easily done if you're there and you're chatting and,
When the first time around, in his first Love Island experience, you have been butchered a few times.
Yeah.
And it was
Oh,
very easy to support on TV.
Yeah.
In fact, that's how I got in touch with him afterwards, saying he's definitely had a terrible experience with the haircuts.
For Good Morning Britain, was it? What was
First
it going
time
on
was
the
Good
first
Morning
time?
Britain in
Yeah.
the White City.
Yeah.
That's when we first met.
I remember that.
And then fixed his hair. And then, I've been cutting his hair since, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then met AJ out shortly after that.
It's madness how time flies. It's funny what, like,
It is, to be fair.
within, like, certain things that you always stick to the whole of your life. Like, I feel like for a guy as well, like, barber and, for me personally as well, teeth. Like, when you have someone you trust and you just feel like, especially here, you can sit down in a chair, you chat whatever, but you know that like that's your time and you get your thing done. Because there's a girl, like, they go, their nails done, they get there. But there's like a million lists of things, whereas guys like, nice haircut. That's like, that's like as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Or nice suit, you know what I mean? Like, but as a haircut is the one thing as a guy, it's not going to have a, well, actually Kurt comes here and one day he goes, he had a facial and you get your beard done now.
Yeah.
And now it's like my time slot is like 2 minutes. Kurt's like 2 hours. It's like, where's all my time going? Oh, Kurt's here.
Actually, I remember the first time I came to your barber's, Guray, and I remember when you did my full face, you gave me a rub, you gave me a pat down and everything. It was like a full spa treatment. Bloody loved it. Yeah.
What is reaction about your beard? Because obviously you've grown the beard out recently. Like,
It's grown a lot of them in. So first of all,
so what is the reaction?
I
from
never knew I
people?
could grow a beard so bloody like full and good.
Yeah.
It shocked me actually. People love it. But I do let it get a bit messy sometimes.
Yeah. Today was messy when you walked in.
Yeah. I'd sort of, because I knew I was coming to you, I sort of let it grow, but I need to learn how to clean it and actually style it properly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't tend to trim it for about a month until I come and see you again. But people love it, they do. Some people say, cut it down a little bit shorter, but overall, people say it's a good look. They said it's given me more of a stronger, manly feel. So yeah. I'll take it. So, yeah.
I like that. So you're going to keep it then? You're going to keep the longer look?
Yeah, I think. Unless something comes in where I have to shave it, then I
So,
won't.
What,
so no. Or it's like, one of them adverts and you see it's like Philips one blade and they come in with the advert and they go, show how good the blade is. And it's like, and then they go down to like the different shapes and sizes.
If they pay me enough.
Yeah, if they pay you.
the beard will go all right. Yeah. You hear that one blade?
You got the roots.
Yeah, that thing can
It'll
go
grow
quick.
back again.
Yeah, actually does. It really has shocked me how it grows. I don't think you could grow one.
I don't want a beard. I can grow a beard, but I don't want one.
No, I can see.
Could anybody even imagine AJ with a beard?
No, I don't want
How often do you shave?
every other day.
Once a month. Gets the cat. And
No, honestly, it'd be easy. Like, I know it sounds like people are like, okay, I want a beard or I don't want a beard. It'd just be easy if I didn't have to shave. Like, it's one of them things you have to do. So if you've got a beard, like, if anything, it's probably easier to trim it and keep it clean.
Okay.
Whereas like when you're clean shaven, it's like, so, like today I didn't shave, and it's like now I actually feel like I should have shaved because I forgot I got the podcast.
I did think you looked a bit rough, AJ.
But it's
just
like it's
say
something
it.
you have to do all the time. I can't really say that because obviously girls do makeup and all the other things, but as a guy, it's like that's the one thing. It's like, oh, you look rough or you don't look rough.
I actually, no, I completely agree with you there, because what's been nice throughout my boxing camps and stuff is I'm so focused on the boxing and stuff, and I've never been good with like doing my hair and this and that. So having the beard, having that like rougher looks like it's made me actually get engrossed into the boxing a lot more.
You
as
go
well.
into the character properly. Yeah. I agree.
We just need to keep it clean slightly now.
Yeah.
So who would you say takes longer to get ready?
Because I literally do nothing. I get out of the shower, I literally do this with my hand.
None of us take
That's
long,
done.
but I will say me. I'll say AJ is tree. He doesn't.
I literally
really.
do nothing.
Yeah.
So you don't use any products?
I have a little curl cream, you know what I mean? Just go like,
Okay, yeah.
whoop, just so it doesn't go frizzy.
The perm.
What? I don't even know what a perm is. I
know.
Like, it's, you say this every time, like,
I'm
it's so
joking.
random. But yeah, no, a curl cream just like that. And I hate frizzy hair. Like,
He's obviously engaged as well now, so
yeah.
this is taken.
I will actually give it to him. He really genuinely does just literally shove his hands through his hair and it wakes up and it is like that.
But
Yeah,
I think you're
actually.
definitely really well known for your hair as well.
Yeah, hair is like,
Like when you talk about brothers,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if someone says, "Oh, I know the brothers come to you,"
Yeah.
and which one are you talking about? The one with the nice hair.
Yeah.
You know, I know they mean AJ
Yeah.
because they.
Because I look rough.
No.
No, I know. No, I know
Snip
what
that
you
out,
mean.
I'm
No,
taking that.
I
also
agree.
do like,
I feel
but
you.
His hair is like another
Yeah.
level special, I think.
I think it's because it's just stayed the same as well for so long.
His identity,
It's-
exactly.
Yeah.
We've been playing up a lot with your hairstyle, you know,
yeah.
you're changing it up, which is fun.
I quite like that, to be fair. Yeah.
I think it's really good. And actually, I think like, you know, you'd have the old footballs and they would be super like, this is the trend for like whatever the hairstyle is, like whether it be like dyed or trimmed or short or gone or back long. I think for you with the boxing, it gives you the opportunity to be like, to do something crazy. Like, you'll love this.
Yeah, that is true.
We just went to one of our close friends' wedding in Tuscany, and not the guy. She decided to cut her hair at 1 a.m. in the morning and come back with her 5th wedding dress, like party dress, but with a full bob.
Wow.
And I was like, how iconic is that? To literally just
What,
come
halfway
out.
through the wedding? She
At
was
1 a.m., she came back and people were like, wait. Well, I was like, I'm getting a bit tired. It's coming to 2 a.m. now. Like, she came back
Oh,
full
sure.
bob,
Wow.
short white dress, bobbed hair, like all wet looks. And I was like, that's iconic.
She was very brave, yeah.
I was like, wow. So you with your boxing now, you could come back like you one day you could do the press conference with Guray, could be super clean. Next day you could be like, bam,
shaved off.
Buzz,
not shaved off. I don't know, something different. Like, you know what I mean?
bleach, 2 on the top.
Yeah.
I've always
That's
thought to
routine.
myself, what would I look like with a shaved head?
I think if you were that
Do you
big,
think it
big
would-
boxing match, it would work.
Do you think it would?
You can pull it off. You're like tall,
Yeah.
handsome
keep
guy.
the beard, then
Yeah,
shaved
yeah,
head.
100%.
Do you know what Guray can do? He can
Sure.
shave his logo into the back.
You know what?
I will sponsor you
Yeah.
for it.
It actually
Yeah, like,
would
get-
look,
get, like,
that
that,
actually
like,
would look sick.
Yeah.
So
Do
cool.
you think you'd be able to actually
Yeah.
shave that? Yeah.
It's a challenge, and I think Guray accepts it.
He needs to
Actually,
think
yeah.
about that now.
Yeah, I know I'm thinking, oh
Dye it
God.
black. You know what I mean? It's like dye a little
Yeah.
bit. It's just like,
Right, what's your opinion on a mullet? A mullet hairstyle?
oh.
Not for you if you're asking.
Not for
Yeah.
me, just on a mullet.
Yeah,
One of
I love a mullet,
Yeah.
but I think like every hairstyle has sort of personality to fit to, you know, certain people.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I could pull a mullet off.
you can't pull a mullet. You just, you,
Clarified.
Visualize a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
if you could
I
either.
feel like,
If you came in with a mullet, I'd be like, wow, you're from backcountry America.
Valtteri Bottas. he rocks out the mullet.
Bottas,
He
yeah.
rocks out a mullet.
Again,
Right,
because he's
there.
like,
Yeah.
it's that sort of vibe. Coming out in the Speedos and mullet.
I feel like it's very Australian.
Yeah.
Almost.
yeah,
That's
it's
very,
a
yeah.
big Aussie
Yeah.
hairstyle for sure.
Is that a hairstyle that you wish you could have and pull off?
That's a great
What is
question.
happening? Oh my God, day one of boxing
Secretly.
match, press conference mullet, and chopped down to this, and then the third day, full on shaved off with your logo in the back of the head. That would be.
My opponents would
Pretty
think
cool.
I'm a psycho. They actually, one of them already does. One of them said to me, he goes, well, he didn't say it to me, he said to somebody else, he said, I don't know if Curtis was just really enjoying himself in the boxing ring because he was smiling non-stop, or he's just a full-on psycho. And I was like, I don't know either yet, mate.
For him, let's go for full on psycho.
Yeah.
It's probably better for your image.
But in terms of a mullet, no. One of my best mates was thinking of getting one. So, and I'm not a mullet lover. I'm not a mullet lover. Some people can rock it, and if you can rock it, well done. But I'm not a mullet lover. So yeah, that's why I was just intrigued to see what you guys thought. Yeah.
Well, it is the trend of right now, isn't it, mullets?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Or slightly going on its way out now as well. I guess all the British coming from Aussies still coming back with the mullets.
It's a young
They
generation.
keep pushing it.
The uni kids, like you see them walking around like, wow, where's this come from?
Yeah, right now it's more going into old money, really. People are going out a little bit more, a bit more of a flow, hairstyles, a bit more natural looking.
Yeah.
That's definitely coming back in now.
Yeah.
With the whole style of old money is definitely coming back in.
I see it posted all over social media, to be fair.
Yeah, and I love it. It's so nice. So you enjoy those
I love it
as well.
I absolutely love it. It definitely breaks it up from the skin fades and stuff that we do. Because I do feel that they are sizzling out a little bit now.
But I think there's more of a variety, isn't it? It's like, and that's really cool. Like you get people like whatever style you want, it's cool now. It doesn't like there's no like that's cool, that's not cool. I think that's gone out the window. Like it used to be like that. This is the cool haircut. Everybody does it. Whereas now it's like as long as you like whatever fits you, like that's cool now. And I think that's really nice. Yeah. Especially with men's styling.
Yeah, absolutely. I think men's a lot more brave now to make decisions and be open-minded about hairstyles. Back in the day, it was very stereotyped. Like if you would have had skin fade on the sides, you know, going to office, it would be a big problem.
Well, no, it'd be straightforward. Like you're a chav, you're going to go to a football match and smash a window.
Yeah.
It sounds awful.
Came straight to my
head. No, but that is literally it. And you're probably wearing, well, now it'd be Stone Island, but back then, like a feeler sort of thing.
For all of you non-football hooligans with a skin fade, I apologise.
No, I'm just judging a book by cover, but not saying that's the case. But like you do, like we all do it. Like you'd be lying if you said you don't judge a book by its cover. And a haircut for a guy is like number one. Judge haircut, clothing. Then what do you do? Because I just want to double check that I've got it right.
This is your first impression, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
When someone look at your face, the first thing is your face and your hair, really.
Yeah.
100%.
When you look back from when you first started, so I am from the older generation now, so I'm older than all of you, so I remember Grange Hill. So I'm going to go there for a second. So your haircuts from then till now, how many different styles do you think that you've had over the years? And can you tell me one that you've absolutely loved rocking?
I remember one hairstyle, to be fair. I've had quite a few. I had like that proper Justin Bieber hairstyle in school. I'd never heard of Justin Bieber at this point, didn't know him, but people were coming up to me going, oh, you look like Justin Bieber, just because of the hair that I had. I was like, who's this kid? And then once I found out who he was and stuff, I was like, actually...
Just clarify, Justin Bieber with his hair when it was longer.
Yeah, like the sweep
not just shaved off.
I had the mini straighteners to straighten the front of it and everything. I used like the heat protector spray every day before school and stuff. I actually used to love that. But there was one hairstyle which I remember my cousin, I said, can you style my hair for me? It was actually for an audition for a dance partner. She was coming to we were dancing together to trial it out and see if we were going to get an actual partnership. And my cousin did my hair and he pushed it all flat to the side, wet gel, all stuck out on the side here. It looked ridiculous. I never asked him to style it ever again. But that is one look which I'll never ever forget about, and I'll never redo. Put it like that, either. Yeah, ever. Yeah.
I think when it comes down to hairstyles, I've got an image in my head of we've got one with a bald cut.
Oh no,
blonde. My hair was as a child blonde, looked bleach blonde, but a perfect bowl cut because Mum literally did a perfect bowl cut, and it was
Please find this photo.
It was amazing. And then outside that, at Strictly, when I first came on Strictly, my hair was longer, and it was down to here length. So I'd have it back, but then it would just go so messy. And I had it.
How long
it was literally this long. So it was really weird trying to do that hairstyle for TV, sweating in heat. That was a nightmare. But I did enjoy it because you could do different things with it.
Also, obviously in Strictly, he was wearing different outfits for each dance, and they would style it a different way as well.
Yeah, to the point of being we want it short this week, or to the next week being we want to stick a wig on you and make it look like you've got long hair. So I did enjoy that you got to do characters, because when you do a character, you kind of the hair really just adds to it.
Must be such a liberating feeling, isn't
it
it?
is
Going
re-
into different characters.
It's so good, and like
Yeah.
an actor, an actress sort of mentality, like they deep dive into it, but I get to do it for like each week, and I feel like then you get the best of everything because you kind of like, okay, it's in and it's out straight away. And sometimes when you sit down in them chairs and you just like zone out, put your headphones in because you try and relax before a live show on TV, and you don't really, you've been shown a photo of what your makeup would be, whether it be Halloween or musicals, and you kind of get a vibe of what the hairstyle will be. But you don't get a choice. Like you get like at the end, do you like it or not like it? Like if you really don't like it, we'll change it. But you don't know what's going to happen.
But
it's
will
not
they
like
change it? Really?
at that point, it's like, oh, sorry, we don't have time to change it now. You go on TV. But it's good to do that, and I do enjoy that kind of like, it's free. Whereas now I'm just like...
Your competition hair was way different, though. You always had that quiff.
I always had quiff.
Always.
A competition hair, like over the side, split down, like kind of more like Peaky Blinders.
Okay, yeah.
But without the kind of like slice. But then it was clean then. I knew what it was doing, and I hairspray it so much that it's like...
Rock
it's
hard.
solid.
I remember you used to love doing it because I remember you did your Chloe, your dance partner's hair at the time, one time in Blackpool. And I remember it was a plait at the back it was. And she'd done it, and then AJ was just spraying it with hairspray.
Yeah.
Hair dryer on it for about an hour.
So to visualize this.
Hair dry it, spray it, hair dry it.
Basically
And it was
freezing
just, it was just bubbling how hot
I
it had.
burned
It was,
the hair.
he didn't
So
do it
it
in a
was-
safe manner whatsoever.
The hair needed to stay perfect from like 8 a.m. till 3 a.m. in the dance competition.
Yeah.
And the girl's hair is, to visualize it, it's like plastic, slick back, like glass, like you can see your reflection in it.
Like you can tap it.
But the only way to get that reflection is to put enough like hairspray, got to be, I would always use the yellow can, and not touch it with your finger because it would stick back, and spray it. But when it would get to the point where it's bubbling with the heat, and then it would dry, and then you know it's going to stay in. It's staying for days. And you couldn't even wash it out because like water would just come off it. Like you've literally PPF'd a car. Like the water would be clean off that car.
Waterproof hairstyle.
Literally would be waterproof hairstyle.
For everyone that's interested, Chloe now does not have any hair left.
And the irony is her hair was so fine, it was really hard to do. But if you put enough on, it works. Enough hairspray, a can or two.
Yeah, it's the smell. It just brings me. If I ever smell hairspray now, it brings me back to competition days. It really does.
Oof.
Yeah.
Has there been any dramatic like hair disasters before a performance?
One. Right. So I never used to care about my hair. Like whoever would cut it could cut it until I realized that somebody good can cut it, how it affects you in a good way. So thank you. But I on tour was one time. When you're on tour, you're traveling up and down the country. You try and get your hair cut. You don't know where you're going to get it cut sometimes. Random places.
Curtis
some small places.
The dodgiest places
Well,
possible.
no.
It's like you
Listen
find
to
the
this
dodgiest
story.
places.
I went into this one place, I went in and they were like, do you want a haircut? I was like, yes, please. And they said, all right, this guy, he'll come over and he can do it for you.
We do money laundering, but he will cut your hair.
Halfway through it, he went, oh, don't worry, it's a free haircut because I'm a trainee, I'm a trainer.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, he butchered my hair. And from that day, I learned that you need to have someone that knows what they're doing. When I say butchered my hair, I mean like, one side was long, one side was short, like bits missing.
Did you pay for it?
No, I didn't pay for it. But I actually left that feeling depressed. And I've never left a barber's feeling depressed.
Okay, I have a question for Guray because this will happen. So say we're away, Curtis, and we're doing, let's say, pantomime or another job, or we're in another country.
Where are you going with this? Why do
Is it
I feel like a dig's coming here?
Is it better to let the hair grow a little bit too long, but it's still clean, but it's a bit long, rather than attempt for someone to cut it and absolutely balls it up? For you as the person that has to clean it up or continue the flow, because like obviously you cut a hair and it grows in its shape it should be.
Yeah. I definitely would say stick to it, grow it out, because we cut it in so gradual,
What do you mean?
gradual shape. Even if it grows out, it does grow out in a nice shape.
Yeah, it grows out the
Unless
same
you leave
shape.
it for like 4 months, it's a different story. But also it shows that you're loyal
Yeah.
and you don't care. I want my barber and that's it.
I do
You know?
always want you, Guray.
Yeah.
Why? When did I get mine cut?
You always do a random one, like we're 6 weeks into a contract or something. Kurt will go,
Was it last year or
feel
year
like I need a
before?
haircut.
At some
and he
point,
comes
you got
back
it
and I'm like, I don't think you should have gone there. Or you should ask for like, not a haircut. I call it just literally even me.
Tidy up.
Just literally like zoop.
Just to clarify, when we do shows, sometimes we're at the other end of the country, so it's quite
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
hard
Just like go,
to-
just clean the ear and clean the back of the neck. Like it's not even a haircut.
Yeah.
It's just like
Or just ask them to buzz it off. That might be.
Yeah, just get it gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I did that in lockdown. I was going to do it, buzz it all up. I wish I'd done it.
yeah,
in
or
the
done
video.
all dye.
Whoa.
Because everybody was going full bleach, weren't they? And I was like, that was the time to do it.
If you could give each other a makeover and completely change each other's
He
hair,
wouldn't let me do it in lockdown when we had the lockdown haircut.
I was cutting myself.
He cut
I was
mine,
like,
but he wouldn't let me do his.
I did a great haircut for you.
You didn't.
Was it good?
It
was a good
it was
haircut.
acceptable.
what did you do?
Just scissor, you know, a scissor over a comb. Scissor over a comb. Scissor over a comb.
He speaks so technical as well.
Yeah.
Like it sounds good, doesn't it?
Now just whip.
Chatting absolute rubbish, but yeah.
I was proud of it.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
did you like it?
Yeah, fabulous. Yeah. Great for a lockdown cut, we'll say.
Mm.
You didn't do a bad job. It wasn't amazing, but you didn't do a bad job for a first go.
Well, it's not my profession, just throwing it out there.
Well, at least you gave it a go.
Yeah. To be fair, if I was to, I wouldn't change your hair.
No, I think Curtis is a mullet now. Now we had that conversation before.
Okay, you
Seeing
go mullet.
Curtis as a mullet, and then we chop him for that day too. I've got it planned. The haircut for the next fight.
I couldn't. The only thing that you could change with AJ is grow the sides out a bit, so you get given that like flowier, wavier.
Me, 5'7", flowy hair, walking around with a big,
That
with
could-
my large
Yeah, but I'm
occipital
trying to
bone. I
think
would
of
look like.
I'm just trying to think of something slightly different than what you've got, because you've had the quiff look all your dancing life. You've had this look for a long time. I'm trying to think of something different.
Blonde.
But you're already
Would you go
pretty
like
blonde.
bleach
Yeah,
blonde?
pretty blonde.
Would you be like,
Just go for it, yeah.
as in like full head, everything.
yeah?
It's full blonde.
What do you think of that one, Guray?
Mm.
That's what I think as well. Yeah.
I'll go on one of them AIs and have a look at it and be like, maybe
Okay.
not.
I don't know. I don't know. Bleach blonde, jet. No, even dark.
I did
dark.
jet.
I don't.
Oh, I did jet black once. I looked so pale. I looked ill. I was like, even though I looked in the mirror, I was
Because
like,
the eyebrows would
Wow.
I
match,
bet you
would they?
looked very gothic.
No, he just
actually.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
You'll have to
yeah.
dye your eyebrows as well.
You'd have to dye your full eyebrows a lot. Yeah.
why are we dyeing my eyebrows
If you go
now?
in jet black, it just wouldn't work.
Like blonde eyebrows with the black hair.
Yeah.
Midlife crisis.
You'd
Yeah.
need like 100 hours on a
Yeah.
sunbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the rest. Yeah.
Can you share?
Oh. No. Yeah.
Can you share a hair tip for any of your male listeners right now to add to their grooming routine?
Ooh. So I'm going to say for my beard, this is because I'm new to the whole beard world and I do need to get a little bit better at it. But I've learned that if you are about to start growing a beard, make sure you're always like combing your hair down on your beard just so it isn't getting
Why should
curly
we
and going
combing it up?
upwards. Well, no, but you know, people just play with their hair, they just do whatever. But,
Or they don't comb
or
it
they
down.
don't do anything.
But when
yeah.
you comb it down, you'll have less frizz.
Yeah, and it just gives it that cleaner look.
Yeah, he's basically giving tips that I gave it to him.
Yeah, shut up, Guray. Who else am I getting him on? The best barber in the world, baby.
I think like
Because I don't do anything with my hair, that's why.
I think my thing is always like I like to do like as I said previously like a small like I use Moroccan curl cream just a tiny bit just so it doesn't go frizzy, but that's kind of like because personally I hate when I see frizzy hair sort of mentality.
Okay.
But then sometimes like I feel like for guys and girls it's different. You know when you hear girls like you go, oh your hair looks nice, and you're like, yeah I washed it today. You know it's like girls sound like
Yeah.
well what's that like 5 days later or something like that sort of mentality. Whereas for a guy like I don't know I shampoo and condition my hair every other day. Like it's like a normal thing. Like
Actually,
I don't know what's right or wrong.
Yeah,
but
that's a good-
sometimes I feel like I need to like give it a rest. Like if I get really stressed, like my scalp can go dry. Like if I get really stressed.
Yeah.
So I always use this other thing. I need to check it out now. I don't even know what I use. I put it like in my hair.
Like a scalp moisturizer almost.
I don't know, and it's like a scalp cleaner.
Like a mask or something.
Yeah. But it makes your hair go all tingly and minty, and it feels really good. But like it just cleans your scalp a bit, and I feel like people should do that more than like they probably don't do it. So maybe do it once a month.
It's
Yeah.
a question though, how many times a week like should you like wash your hair with shampoo?
It's
and
all
conditioner?
depends on the hair
It's a
type.
very
But
controversial question.
yeah, but I would say not every day for sure.
Yeah.
So you just have to figure out when you wash your hair, that's when your hair most vulnerable. And it can fall off if you play with it or something. So and also if you have fine hair, you would probably wash it once a week because you need some moisture in there, some dirt in there.
Yeah.
Let's say.
So overwashing it will
you've
basically
got
make
nothing
it
in
fall
there.
out pretty
Yeah,
much.
it will be flat. If your hair is thick, it will be so fluffy and puffy. When you have some moisture in there, usually for men's hair especially, I would say second day after the wash would be the best sort of texture when you're styling your hair. And you will have it better control basically. But some people's hair is really thick and greasy, so they rather wash it every day. So it varies really.
That's why I love when you go on holiday. You're in the salt water and you just like,
It's the best,
hair
isn't
comes
it?
in, you come out, you're like just it's got its own thing going
You
on.
do look sick after
I
you
know,
come out to see
everybody
everyone's
likes
hair.
Surfer boy.
Yeah,
just like
quick hands through it with that
Yeah.
salty lock, boom, off you
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true, that is.
Okay, so you started in dance and then you've gone on to TV, theatre, and now you've branched out into finance. So you have a financial app called Fint.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, I did a little bit of research on your app. Unfortunately, I am somebody that doesn't know anything about finance.
You are
I
exactly
know-
why this app has been made then.
And I know that this app and what you guys are trying to do is focused more on the younger generation. So I am going to be the voice for the younger generation. Can you please educate me and them on why it's important to invest and how you guys come to do this?
Yeah, I think from our point of view, obviously, investing involves risk. And the one thing that, minus let's take maybe not investing into Fint itself right now, but the education is something that we're really focused on. And when somebody kind of wants to, let's say, retire in the future, or a deposit for the house, or any life points where they need to draw down on their money, for us, investing is for life. And I think sometimes people think it's like a get rich quick scheme.
Yes.
Like, that's not the case. Like, if you take a small proportion of your wages, and especially whilst you're living at home, because you're never as rich as when you're living at home if you're fortunate to be able to do that, because you get your first job, you're hopefully your parents aren't making you pay rent, hopefully you can still steal the food out of the fridge or whatever it may be. That extra income that you've got, that's when it works best for you. Because over time, what we do at Fint, we really want people to set up a direct debit and forget about it, fundamentally, for the rest of the time.
Okay.
So therefore, they're investing for life and they can draw down on it when they need it. I think something that kind of people in this world of investing and banks themselves, like, they don't want you to know all the information. It's easy for you to be kept in the dark. We aim to shine a light on that through offering education and educating people knowing what we do. One thing that we do, which is great for the younger generation and for maybe people like yourself, within Fint, it's an actively managed fund, so it's discretionarily managed. So all you have to do is set up a direct debit, and the investments are done via Iron Market through Fint Invest, and therefore you don't have to worry. You go through a risk profile, you answer some questions, it spits out a risk profile that's best suited for you. We work with Oxford Risk on that side, and then the investing is done for you. And you can literally see it. If you need the money, you can draw it out. If you feel like you're doing well, you can increase your direct debit that month. But we aim to do it as a direct debit, so you get a pound cost average. So you're buying the market every single month. So if the market goes up one month and down the other month, you've bought at an average. Therefore, over a consistent amount of time, we always talk in years rather than days, hours, minutes. Over 5 years, 10 years period, that money is going to do better for you because you've consistently invested over that time.
Capital's at risk, money may go up and may go down.
Yes.
Terms and conditions of
And
all of the
end
above.
of that.
And I think, like, it's something that ignoring us as in, yes, we've created an investment app. Wes Wilkes, you can look into him and Iron Market with the wider picture of the team, what they stand for. But minus and all of that, like, it's something that everything costs money. Yeah. Like, time is money. That's saying itself. Like, we're never educated in school about taxes, about investing, about, like, what do you actually do when you get your first paycheck? We feel like the government lets people down. So one thing that we're going to focus on is the education to help people understand what that money is, how it can be good for you, how it can work for you, and what you should be doing with it. Because, like, if you can give people education and you can incentivize them to, like, taking accountability for what they do, like, the whole country will be so much better. And that's something we really, like, we value that. And for us, whatever industry you're in, like, the barbers, like, if somebody's educated well, they can deal with the situation, whatever's thrown at them. But if they're never given the education, it's not their fault. Yeah. If they fall at the first hurdle, like, well, that's down to the government. Or, like, you ask your parents, well, have your parents been educated in it? Probably not. Exactly, because, like, and it really upsets us because, like, the UK, like, we're such a proud country, but we do not like to talk about money. It's like this weird taboo. It's like, but everything costs money. You go to a restaurant, you come to get your hair cut, like, it's something that without it, like, unfortunately, you can't get to where you need to get on that next stage. And that's a sad situation, we think.
That's very true.
Education is one of the biggest things that we're really focusing on as well. We really want to just spread as much knowledge to people as possible, because if we can spread it to that younger generation, when they become parents, they can pass it on to the younger generation again. And then we're creating a positive circle of knowledge about it.
And I think, like, it's a value proposition, isn't it? Like, we sit down here with you, we get a haircut. We know the quality of the chair is good. We get offered a drink. We have this kind of, like, fundamentally, like, this feels like a private members club. Like, all these other things, like, you offer the value from the person walking on the street. So therefore, the thing that they should be worrying about, getting a good haircut, is actually the last thing they're worrying about, because they know it's going to be a good haircut because the quality of the chairs, the quality of the floor, like the bar, the DJ set, like all the other things, like, that's the value. Your value proposition is everything that you produce. The haircut, of course, it's going to be good. Yeah. Like, look at everything.
And also, I think there's a lot to do with the confidence levels as well. So I always talk about, having a good hairstyle that boosts your confidence. I genuinely believe there's so many factors in life that affects your confidence. Like, so it is the way you dress, it is the way you eat, is the way you train, is the way you manage your money. Yeah. So you can, like, go and spend all your money in the best outfits that you can fit in and the best haircuts you can get in, go to eat in best restaurants that you can. But then at the end of the month, if you haven't got anything left in your pocket, and that is also going to bug you, and you're not going to be, like, best version of yourself, as you build yourself up financially and you grow as a person and you start seeing things in a better light. Yeah. And I think that sort of lifts you up, lifts your confidence up overall, isn't it? 100%. Like, there's so many different factors, and I think money is a big part of it.
Massive. If you don't know what's going on with your own money, you don't know what you can actually do in life.
I think I can only talk from, this is me personally, like, for me, physically and mentally, like, it's hand in hand. And for me to mentally know that I'm in a position where, especially in would have been the theatre industry or jobs, you never know when your next job is. Like, footballers always go, okay, I earn, let's say, 100 grand a year, a lower level footballer.
I was going to say more like a week.
No, but I'm just trying to, like, we hear the massive stories. Let's take a lower level one that still is 100 grand a year. It's still a great salary. And you speak to them, you say, well, how much are you going to earn over the next 10 years? Well, they say a number. And I said, well, no, actually, when does your contract expire? Let's say at the end of the month. Well, you only earn money to the end of the month. So you need to financially have prepared yourself for if that contract doesn't get renewed, or unfortunately, God forsaken, you get an injury and they cut you, because that happens all the time. You see it with athletes a lot of time, but for me, it's like, if I know I've invested for life, investing is my savings, like, I can feel calm knowing that I've got money saved if it's not a bad month, but we don't get a job that month. And I think that's something that within our industry, the arts industry, like cameraman, film, like people that sustain other industries, like, we don't get a normal contract, a normal scenario.
Yeah.
And that can be really worrying. And you see it especially in males. Like, male mental health is literally directly linked to money. And unfortunately, like, the male suicide rate is so high because financially, especially with social media right now, they feel like they should be spending money on a watch that is a stupid amount of money, in the car, and leasing the car and leasing the property. Well, that's not the value. Like,
and people compare and they expect themselves to be in the same position as other people when they're not at that point in their life.
Usually it's the complete polar opposite.
Yeah.
The person that's showing all that is the person that unfortunately doesn't have that. And even with Love Island, we've seen the mental health side. Like, the person that spent the money on the watch, the car, the things that they can't afford, has unfortunately decided to take their own life. And it's so upsetting. It's so sad that our society has allowed that to happen. And it comes back down to education at the end of the day.
And I do think on a program like Love Island, to be fair, they do, because even just coming off a very recent one, they don't actually give you a lot of financial knowledge after it. They just literally say, here's a link to the government website to go and find out whatever you want to know. I do think they should do some more stuff on all reality TV programs. Anything that's bringing someone into the spotlight.
But it should be done in school, straightforward.
Well, I mean, it should be done.
But we're going to literally do it for free and offer it for free because we feel like our brand value, the same as your value proposition here, is so high. That's what we want to do, and we feel proud, and we want to put the time, effort, and money at the end of the day into kind of focusing on that.
So where did this all come from? Like, who taught you? Do you have mentors?
Oh, 100%, yeah. No, Wes Wilkes, the CEO and founder of Fint Invest and the CEO of Iron Market, the mother company.
Yeah.
Within that side, he has helped manage our money, helped educate ourselves. Obviously,
you've always been with him.
You take education, you learn also through your own devices. But he has helped us understand that and seen the market, that it's so broken. That, like, let's work together and fix it. And this is our way of fixing the problem.
And it's even like, so we've invested our money through Wes for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And it's just talking to people like him, it just makes you realize there's so many different tips and tricks you can do in your day-to-day life just to actually help yourself out and make you understand what you can and can't do in terms of money.
Just simple budgeting.
I think sometimes when people do that first step, going into investment apps or whatever, or buying a small shares of something, then it kicks them off. But I think a lot of people out there, especially younger generation, it's a completely different world for them, and they wouldn't even know where to start.
No, and a lot of them say they don't have enough money to do it, or they'll throw it all into crypto, things like this. But I think a great way to, if you want to start, a great way to understand your financials is write down what you spend every single day and do it for 2 months. It's not going to be something that you can do for the rest of your life because you will burn out from doing it, but at least do it for 2 months. And then you have an average of what you do tend to spend on a monthly basis, where what goes on bills, what goes on food, what goes on coffee, whatever it may be, your fun lifestyle, your work lifestyle. And then you can actually understand how much you've got left at the end of each month, or what silly stuff you can actually stop spending the money on. Then with that spare bit of money at the end of the month, then you could start investing or doing the things you want to with that money. That's what I suggest if you want to try and start. That's my opinion. Yeah.
So when I knew you were coming on the podcast and I knew about your financial app, it panicked me a bit because I had no idea.
Yeah.
For people that want to first invest, how much would you say that they need? Because I know, like me, I was like, well, how much do I need then to invest? And is my money safe? Can I withdraw my money anytime I want? How long does it need? So these were the things that were going through my head. Yeah. So I can imagine somebody that's younger is the same.
In terms of is it safe, the markets always go up and they go down as well. So it's very hard. You can't say it's safe at all.
With us, like, you can go on our website, you can go on the App Store and read all the different terms and conditions and break it down. But on our FAQs, so frequently asked questions, exactly what you said is our priority on them FAQs. Like, can I take money out? Well, yeah, of course you can. It's your money. Like, on the side of how much do I need to invest within our app, the way it's
that's
structured.
Actually such a big question. So many people ask.
No, it's
can I just take my money out?
No, it's
that's
a simple
question.
Yeah. It's your money. Of course you can.
For us, obviously, all creating it and stuff, we're like, yeah, of course we're going to do it. So you can just take your money out when you need it to be out and stuff. Yeah, it baffles me.
The one thing for us within Fint Invest, the app is designed so you set up a direct debit. The smallest amount at the minute to do a direct debit is £50 a month.
Okay.
We feel that that's kind of like for us as a company as well, like that's a sensible amount to start if you feel like you can afford to do that. Obviously, it comes down to like people's personal situations, like where they are financially in their life and maybe what they want to work towards. I was trying to think other questions that kind of get asked is not so much like, is your money safe, that people sometimes ask on the street. It's kind of like, well, what are you investing into sometimes? Like within our app, we have different tilts. So we can tilt the portfolio of investments towards something that engages you. So we have the climate aware tilt, so towards different kind of projects that help benefit the globe. Disruptive technology tilt, which is to do with like AI and that sort of software. And then we have the esports tilt, which is more towards the gaming and the software and the hardware on that side. Each one of them tilts is kind of like just to engage you. At the end of the day, you take the risk profile, it spits out, you accept if you're happy with like high, medium and low. But I think you investing and starting and doing it, like that's the most important thing.
Just start.
We're not
Just
like,
start.
we just want to educate you and you see that goal. We have lots of things planned in the future that we want to put on the app to help visualize that for you easier. Right now, we don't have everything we want, but like we're at the infancy and like, you know, when you have a million ideas that you want to do, like of where you can see it going. But right now we've got the clearest, most basic, but I can't say what my brain's telling me to say, the most basic, clearest way to do it for you.
I love that. That's good. So it's easy. The app's easy
Yes.
to go on and do it all.
Go on and try it yourself and then let us know. Let us know. I want to know the answer to if it is easy or not, and you can tell us.
I was so curious. And like I said, I panicked. I was like, oh my God.
Plus, we're the people that like, if you have a really good idea, tell us.
Yeah.
Like we feel like the only way to learn is like if you say, actually, this would be really cool if you did this. Well, thank you for giving us that information. Or I didn't like this because of this. Well, thank you for that information. Like we're people that listen to our members. We call them members because it is that sort of mentality.
And
we
are so
we want to grow.
We are literally a year old, pretty much now.
Yeah, a year trading.
I'm not too sure exactly when year trading, not when this goes out exactly, but pretty
roughly whenever this goes out.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, it's quite exciting.
It sounds like you're doing really well. You sound very excited when you talk about it.
Well, we just want to help people, and this is helping people.
It's something that I've, as a kid, I always wanted to create an app, and I always wanted to try and make a difference to people, and that's what we've sort of done here. Create an app, and then we're hopefully educating as many people as possible, so we're making a difference.
What I really like about it is that is unique in the sense of often finance apps and investment apps, always their target audience is maybe over 40s that who's already have that capital to invest, right? But you guys are actually going in the hard way, in my way. What I think, because the younger generation needs convincing, needs educating, but I think it's a movement. I think you guys are actually helping people out. I think it's really, really nice.
I think the
playing the long game.
We want people to the long game. We want people to create habits. Just them good habits of continuously doing things, and hopefully then that can set them into their normal life of doing things constantly.
Because
it's the hardest thing to do, though.
Exactly.
And everyone wants quick.
My parents never taught me about money. I started learning about money when I was 22, 23.
Yeah.
Until then, I didn't put anything aside. And I'm like, start thinking, I'm working so hard, I'm making money, but I'm still where I am.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is this gonna work? And then I start like reading a little bit more. But you know, the people who had maybe, let's say, like a working class, my family was working class, I'm just going to example from them. We always lived month in advance, if that makes sense. But whatever came, when.
The paycheck.
Literally. So they never had money to save, to know how to save. So then, therefore, it's not their fault that they didn't teach us. They just never had it. So seeing that as a kid, you don't even think about these things, right? You're just like, you got money in your pocket, you got the wages, you go and buy your food, pay your rent, or do whatever. But then it must be there's more to that. And then I started like reading more and understanding more. But I think those people who earns money and never had that education from their parents.
Yeah.
There's more to it, isn't there?
And I
Like
think
they
that it's the education. Like maybe if your parents had that education, then they would have a slightly changed mindset.
Yeah.
But it's like, at what point do we help which generation? And I think that's kind of like, we're like, no, well, everybody deserves this. Everybody deserves certain things, access to that information. And we just want to shine a light on an industry where I think a lot of people would be quite happy to make sure that people stay in the dark.
It's a scary industry to people in it, really. Like, just the terminology, different things. If you're not in it and you hear all of these big words, you're like, oh my God, what is this? And it is so scary. So we just want to try and make people understand it.
And I think it's something that we've never really talked about. It can be embarrassing to a lot of people. And I don't mean that in like, I'm trying to say that in a way that like, they think like, maybe they should earn more, or maybe they're in a position where they're not so fortunate, or they're just having a hard time at that time of the year. Like, it's quite an emotional topic, especially when somebody works very hard, and right now, like, it's a really hard time. Like, people are struggling out there.
But I think is the perspective, isn't it? So if you are earning money and you're actually working, but you're going on a holiday twice a year, but then you're not really saving much because you can't. So you can't buy a house. So then you're about 25, 35, whatever, and you're thinking, well, how many more years I'm going to keep going like this? Retirement age is 67. And the only way is start from somewhere.
And by the time they retire, probably 72 by that point.
Exactly. So you've got to start from somewhere, don't you? Little by little, it accumulates and it grows.
So just start. That's what we always say. If you're thinking of doing it, just start. That's the best thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done with that, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Can I just ask our final question?
Yes.
I know we haven't got that much time. What can we expect for the future from you two? Like, what's coming up? Can you give us any gossip?
So for myself, it's definitely boxing. That's a big thing of my my upcoming future. It is. I can't tell
boxing and crazy hairstyles.
Well, boxing, crazy hairstyles, and financial investment technologies. Yeah, Fint. So yeah, they're my three big things. I can't tell you when I'm next boxing. There's a couple of cards floating around in the air at the minute. I've heard Miami, I've heard London, but don't know anything else yet. So. I've never been to Miami. It'd be very cool to have a fight out there. Yeah. But also London would be...
You have to fly your barber.
Yeah.
Whole team.
That should be one of the conditions. I will do it, but...
Barber / cutsman / ring corner.
But it's getting everybody out there is going to be a pain in the arse. So if it's in London, perfect.
London's
great venue.
Yeah, 100%.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see.
So I think... for both was a lot of business stuff. I kind of like, it's going to be a very exciting year. The next 6 months is like, it's madness when I look at our diaries.
Loads of business. I've been working super hard behind the scenes and stuff. I've been boxing. Some cool stuff coming out.
I genuinely think like, I've known you guys for years now, and I genuinely think like you guys are always busy and doing so many different things. Sometimes I go home and I'm, had a whole day of cutting hair. And then I'm feeling like I'm dead. I'm so tired. But I also see mentally that you guys are dealing with so many different other areas. You're doing property, boxing, Fint, TV, so many different projects. And I find that really inspiring.
Thank you.
It inspires me to do more. That I feel to myself like, well, I'm physically tired, but I can do more. Like I can go different avenues and grow more. I find that really inspiring. And I do love, seeing you guys grow and sticking together as brothers.
Yeah, no, it's important.
I think that's incredible as well. And I look forward to seeing you boxing and growing. Hopefully we get Mike Tyson.
You'll be ringside on the next side.
Right. And I would love to see Fint growing and flying, And thank you so much, you guys, for turning up and join our podcast.
I have to say to the camera, Guray has been so kind. Always, obviously, perfect haircut, hands down. But more than that, true friend. So happy for you. Like, obviously, Farringdon here, Victoria, and I'm excited to see it grow over the next couple of years, and got some other things planned. So amazing.
You've been taking off. It's getting bigger and bigger. You're doing loads more. It's awesome. And obviously, thank you for all of the incredible cuts, Guray. Yeah,
pleasure.
You sorted us out.
Pleasure.
Right, lovely. Thank you, guys.
No, thank you as well.
Thank you so much.